And good evening, folks, and welcome to tonight's action on the 2025 Summer Dragon Warrior Randomizer Tournament here on DWR Randomizer. Tonight, we have got a big showdown between Angel FM and Beta, two runners who are currently 4-0, competing potentially for the #1 seed in the brackets. Hi, everyone. I'm LOZ Cardsman 23, and joining me on the commentary tonight, Hoodie Two Shoes. This is going to be a very exciting matchup. You've got two runners who have played exceptionally well. You've got Angel, who is the defending summer champion and 5-time overall champion, taking on Beta, who would love nothing more than to put a blemish on Angel's record during this group play.
Yeah, I was going to say, battle for first seed, sure. I think the bragging rights in this one are just as important as that #1 seed with the, the relationship between these two runners, friendly rivalry.
Absolutely, indeed. And I say that this is a potential #1 because they are going for a perfect bracket here for the Fun Police side. You've got some other players who've got some perfect records going on. You've got Arn Polly in the gold grinds, Diabetes II, who has already clinched a perfect record in the He's Still Here group, Mike Dies-A-Lot, who is 6-0 in the Murder Bats group. You've also got a Destiny of a DW, Radish's perfect record there. And finally, you've got Brian Williams in the Yolomore group, who's 5 for 5, still one more game for them. So yes, potentially the #1 seed could be in play for both of these runners tonight.
Yeah, this is a really exciting matchup, and as you can see down there in our stat screen, we have a starting strength of 5. So if they don't get bailed out by gold and a weapon and a town or a sword or hurt more, we might be off for a fun and interesting start. We'll have to see here what we've got when we get in there.
Absolutely, indeed. The 16 agility, not bad to start. 29 HP is not bad to start. There's 8 MP with the Radiant spell. That's not going to really be helpful for either player. And we are off and running here. Let's see what we have inside our chests. You know there's going to be a key up top. The two chests, they're obviously going to be looking for a key. Gold could be a potential, maybe fairy water. Fairy Flute, which is good on golems, and Wings. So, this is an ominous start here, Hoodie.
Yeah, we can toot that flute at any golems we see whenever we want, and you can use those wings right away to get on out of the castle. As Angel gonna blow the flute right in the king's face.
Oh, that's very true. I think about the wings. It's been a long time since we started wings. Yeah, that basically is a free key because we could check to see what's inside the treasury, reset, and get it back. And that's exactly what Beta's gonna do. Gonna save their game and see what's in the treasury. See if there's like another key or whatever. And if not, reset. Come back later. Of course, if there's like maybe Erdrick's sword, a tempting proposition. So yes, Beta is gonna see what's inside the chests here at Tantagel Castle here, as Angel's gonna try to get a red slime down. So we got an herb, and we've got a fighter's ring that's +2 attack power points. We've got another herb, and the last chest is Erdrick's token. Yeah, we can reset and get that back. So Beta will get that key back and probably buy more keys once he's got some gold. So Angel doing a little bit of a grind here, finds a ghost. We're not even strong enough to take on a ghost. That's how pathetic we are strength-wise, Hoodie.
Yeah, you're not comfortable even taking. This is the bad number for the Drakey, so there's a bad strength number for every enemy where you're actually less likely to hit than the strength before. So 4 is actually better than 5 for Drakey. So unless you're critting, I think we're looking at red or blue slime or finding another option.
Yep, Angel at least going to give this Drakey a shot worth 3 points. That would be enough for the level. Oh, they got hurt more. Forget about it.
Yeah, saw some chatter in chat about maybe giving up the key for the fighter's ring to take on some of these other enemies, but seeing the hurt more on that Drakey, maybe not appealing, but maybe the ghost. If things get desperate, we might see someone give up a key for the fighter's ring, but
so far Beta's got 3. He needs 6 to 7 HP to take down a ghost, but he has swung and missed a couple of times in a row now. Gets the connection there. He's up to 4. There's another hit. He's got 5, so he needs at least 1 more for the kill. That 6, is it enough? Nope, needs that 7th. This one has to connect, and it does. Beta getting a nice 4 points right there, 1 away from the level.
Yeah, that's really nice. And Angel saving after that first death, checking the treasury, and also deciding not to give up the key for any of those items that were in the treasury. Going to check the basement, too, just to see if there's something down there as well.
And remember, Beta didn't check this, so Angel's at least getting the knowledge here. As we see a few bridges here, is Beta's trying to explore to the left. No good, it's a wyvern. Yeah, he's going home.
Yeah, we do know there is a red slime. I'm not sure if it's in Zone 0 or one of the north or side zones, but it's mountain under here.
Okay, mountain cave. So if Angel doesn't get anything here, which looks pretty likely with a knight, gonna be hard to run away with it. And they have DL2 breath. Forget about it again, Hoodie.
Yeah, that's one of those. If it was an easy walk and you could get some gold or something right away, you could go back and buy your keys right back. But maybe we're seeing Angel going to try again at this point. Not going to go to the save yet.
Interesting. So we do have 1100. That's an MTI level if I've ever seen one. What a pathetic level 2 there, Hoodie.
And that puts you on to 6, which is now the bad strength number for ghosts, which is the thing that Beta was able to kill pretty successfully. You can try the Drakey, but it has hurt more.
Yeah, they give 3. You need to get 4 to 5 HP on, and there's that hurt more. Beta will be sent back. And yeah, grab your popcorn, grab your favorite beverage. We could be here a while, folks. You're going to be here for the long haul.
Yeah, we see Angel giving up on the mountain cave dive right now, maybe just wanted to save the time to go load from the reset because he's going right back down. So we're going to get back in there and see if we can find something.
All right, so Beta, let's see what he's doing. Okay, he is also going to check using that key, and he's going to see mountain cave. Probably won't get too far. Speaking of not getting too far, Axe Knight on Angel, and on 16 agility, nope. Reset. We'll see what he decides to do now.
We got 2 kinds of knights down here, so a veritable training ground of knights, and then the poltergeist.
Yeah, one of these things is not like the other, Hoodie.
Encounter RNG truly is
I thought Beta was going to get there. Instead, he's back attacked by an Axe Knight and is sent home. Oh, so close.
Yeah, it was almost there, but the law of averages evening out there, and we see our friend the Axe Knight. Looks like Beta's going to try again.
It would seem that way. Yep, he's going to give another shot here. Meanwhile, Angel's about to get a level 2, and he is not like what he is going to see here with one of the worst level ups you could possibly have when you're rocking the current numbers that you've got right now. There it is, 1100. It's terrible. Oh, it is so bad. So yeah, Beta trying again. Oh, runs into another back attack on an Axe Knight. Gonna leave him with 3 HP and then send him home. So right now it's a battle of attrition, and nobody's winning at this point except the people in chat, who I'm sure are loving the carnage.
Honestly, I bet that neither runner is terribly disappointed with this kind of a seed. Like, at least they get the chance to maybe be the one to break out. There's some kind of strategy or potential thing you can do that's good instead of just like a free-for-all with a sword or hurt more,
And the next level's at 17 HP. Can't do anything about a Magic Drakey right now. Can't do anything with a Scorpion right now either. Again, no kind of weapons at all. No torches, no fairy water, just nothing. As Beta gets a slime down for 2 points. Up to 8.
Yeah, this
They're
red
both
slime
at
is
8.
really going to be their lifeboat right now. And 17
boy.
is pretty reasonable, but 35, and once you start getting into 82, red slime is not so reasonable.
So we're hoping that level 3 is at least going to give them some kind of break. Dodging is not a break at all. That red slime dodging the attack right there, which, by the way, 1 in 64 chance. Drakey gonna roast Beta, sending him back to the castle here. So early goings here, not much going on for both these runners. They're just grinding, trying to get a couple levels, and hopefully we get a big boon in attack power. Maybe we get hurt more, something like that. I know it's all wishful thinking, but gotta think positive here. These runners need to get something, as Beta gets a crit on a red slime for 6. Hey, it was a max roll at least.
That's pretty great. Yeah, and we've got you can make an offset, so any of us reverse count enjoyers. It looks like Beta is getting a East Coast offset, so we can get excited about that.
Yep. Another slime there. Right now, this would put Beta tied for Angel and does get the kill, so they're both at 12 experience points right now, neck and neck between these two in the early goings of this race, almost 8 minutes in.
And even one extra strength would put you above the bad number, 75% to hit a ghost at 7 strength. So it wouldn't be good, but at least, 1 strength would be useful. Anything would be great. So the real question here, as far as who's gonna get the more favorable encounters and get to the level quick, is the level good, and who's gonna push out and find something? Or there's so many things that could happen here, and we're just at like 12 experience.
And these runners aren't finding these red slimes now. They're finding everything else. We're seeing a lot of scorpions here. So the waiting game continues for both runners. Drakey's no good. Magidrakey's no good. So keeping looking for these slimes here. Still no slimes on either side of the board, but Beta does get back attacked by a scorpion, is able to escape. A ghost, no bueno there either. So we keep looking. Another ghost for Angel. The red slimes are refusing to play here. There's a red slime for Angel. So that's going to put him in the lead and would put him 1 experience points away from the level. Beta, no wanting to do with that Drakey right there. Still looking for a red slime. Next red slime will give Angel level 3. That's a scorpion. No bueno there either. There's a red slime for Beta, so he's about to tie it up again. Magidrakey back attacks Angel. Doesn't hit him hard at the very least, but is having some problems getting away. So that's at least going to be an annoying hindrance there, as Beta has tied it up again. So his next red slime will get him the level. Drakey's not going to do it. Magidrakey's not going to do it for Angel either, and is having a problem. There's a slime for Beta, so it's looking like Beta is going to be the first to get to level 3, and he's hoping for some big digits on that attack power. Here comes level 3 for Beta. Or I'm sorry, he's 1 away. I can math. Now this will do it for him. Yeah, it's 17, not 15. I don't know why I had 15 on the brain, but whatever. It is a red slime kill. That is going to give level 3 to Beta, and here come the digits. It's 5 power. There we go. 5 agility. 0, 0. Another double 0 on HP and MP. So we go 1, 1, 0, 0. We go 5, 5, 0, 0. That's absolutely crazy. But that little increase in attack power, definitely not insignificant there, Hoodie.
Yeah, it's very helpful. Also, no spells is disappointing. Yeah, you're kind of stuck here doing what you're doing. You can fight the ghost now. You might be able to attrition down a Magidrakey if you get desperate, but this is sort of salvation.
Yeah, definitely indeed. Still not strong enough to take on a scorpion here, and Angel's still not at level 3 just yet. Yeah, you're talking about the Magidrakey. Beta wants no part of it. We'll go after this red slime again. The next level's at 35, and that means you would need 6 more of those red slimes to get the level. And then there's another one for Beta. That's going to put him 5 away now. And Angel's still not able to find that red slime. Now he finds the red slime, which will give him level 3, and he can start maybe catching up a little bit. Here's a ghost. It is a dodging, of course, because they are extra dodgy enemies there. But yeah, as you can see now, he's hitting him for 2. There's level 3 for Angel. Now hitting him for 3. So yeah, now ghosts are a little bit more appealing at this point. That's another 4 points right there for Beta. He is 5 away from level 4.
Yeah, I think the ghost is probably your favorite enemy here, but Angel showing that you can hit this Magidrakey. You just gotta have to have a war of attrition, but it's worth 3 ghosts, so if you can get it down, it seems pretty reasonable to do.
You're right about that. Yep, 12 experience points is the value of a Magidrakey. It doesn't look like they have anything unless they've got like Healmore waiting in their back pocket. We'll see if Beta is able to win this fight against the Ghost. He needs to get one more good hit, and does get the hit, and does get the kill, and does get the level with 1 to spare. So level 4's numbers: 1 power, 8 agility, 1 HP, and hurt. Oh, that's nice.
And meanwhile, Angel was not able to get that Magidrakey, so won't get up to level 3 there, and won't be 5 away from level 4 either, so has to continue after a little bit of time spent on that Magidrakey.
Yeah, that's a big time sink there. Now with that new hurt spell, this is going to really come in handy against these Magidrakys. Now with just 1 HP left, but, you know, Beta can try it again.
Yeah, we'll see maybe Angel heading to the basement again.
Looks like Angel might be giving it another shot to see if he can find something in the basement to maybe get lucky here. But Beta now with that hurt spell, he can start to get some more kills. I mean, he could do it on this ghost, which he's going to go ahead and do right now. You might as well. 2 MP is the cost of using a hurt, so he can use it 3 more times. And now that he sees the ghost, he's like, you know what? I shouldn't be spending it on ghost. I should be spending it on Magidrakes and Scorpions.
Yeah, and Beta is a known hurt enjoyer. Give that guy sleep and he'll be in heaven. So we'll see what happens here.
And he's looking for something. There we go. So this will be a big get here. 16 points. And rolls an 11. Yeah, it doesn't look like, again, from the offset that they have anything nasty. And yeah, just going to attack because Scorpions 10 to 13. So finishes it off without having to use another hurt spell there. Takes the slime down, and he is now just 8 points away. Oh, a Wolf Lord stops Angel here in the mountain cave. Is able to escape.
Yeah, if he sees a poltergeist or no enemy, he might be able to get actually to the chest. He does.
Ooh. Silver Heart, well, it's an important item, but it's not going to help him with the combat there. Magidrake down, and that is good enough for level 5 for Beta. So he's starting to pull away a little bit. 1 power, 4 agility, 8 HP, 13 MP, and oh, baby, hurt more. Well, those knights that are in Mountain have met their maker.
Yeah, that's it's pretty much the worst case scenario for Angel here with the dive into the mountain to try to get something instead of sticking it out and just kind of eating dirt for a little bit, because Beta got to hurt and then hurt more, and it's going to be huge.
Yeah, we'll see exactly how huge it is going to be, because now you're going to see Beta is going to use that newfound hurt more spell. I mean, at the very worst, he's going to get a big boon in experience points.
Yeah, might have to, potentially could get killed from an Axe Knight is really the only thing that could go wrong.
Because you're likely going to get back attacked by something, because our agility is 34, and a Knight, again, have a taste of this hurt more right there. You get some big experience.
The Knight is perfect because it's guaranteed to die in the 1 hurt more. You want to be able to get the Axe Knight kill if you can, but it's not guaranteed like the Knight is. It just feels really good.
No. Because Axe Knight's 51 to 67 HP, you could roll max 65, and there's the Silver Heart for Beta, so he's got that. And there's that back attack I was talking about, and they got DL2 breath, so that's a problem.
Yeah, that is spicy with our max HP of 38 at level 5.
That doesn't say game knows. I don't know what does. It's like, oh, so you've got to hurt more. Well, hey, I got to hurt more of my own. Take this DL2 breath.
Yep, and I think Beta needs to buy a key here to maintain key access. And
yes. Yeah, he has enough to purchase a key. So that's now the important thing. He's getting money off of these upper tier enemies like the Knights and Axe Knights. So now he could buy some more keys here without having to find Rimuldar.
Yeah, gets to keep the harp, potentially get enough, go buy some more, get that fighter's ring, and the other item I think the token was also in there. So 2 of the 3 plot items right here in the castle.
All right, and he's going to use the hurt more on the poltergeist for 15. And that is good enough for level 6 for Beta. 3 power, 14 agility, 5 HP, 1 MP, and repel.
Repel also amazing to learn right now. The only thing you want stop spell return
of amazing
would be the real thing.
Oh, rolled high and just gonna finish off with hurt. Why not? That saves you 3 MP right there. So Axe Knight down. That's a big 130 points. 337 needed for the next level.
It's a success even if you get ambushed and die right here, because that's huge. You come right back anyway. But that feels great.
Definitely, indeed. Runs into a Knight and back attacked again to a DL2 breath. That is annoying.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. This will be, if Angel's able to kill this ghost, get to level 4 in the hurt spell, and then only needs 82 XP to get to hurt more.
Yep, and there it is. Angel getting level 4. Again, going to give him that very important hurt spell. And yeah, now that he's got the money, he's going to go ahead and recover the items that he had seen previously. So he'll get that token. He'll get the fighter's ring, which he'll put on. That's going to give him an additional 2 attack power points. And of course, he'll get Erdrick's token. So he's closing in on the items that you need to complete this game. Now, obviously, we still haven't found any of the old men. The Jerk Cave is where we need to find in order to turn in the Staff of Rain. Well, you got to find the Trading Cave to get the Staff of Rain after picking up the Silver Heart, which is what Beta has done. We also have to find the Stones of Sunlight, and we already have the token. Magidrakey is down for Angel, and yeah, he's gonna quickly catch up, get to level 5. But yes, this time he does not get back attacked by the Knight, and that'll be a 78 points right there, and the level for Beta. So the numbers are 1 power, 0 agility, 8 HP, 3 MP, and heal. Well, the heal's all right.
Yeah, heal's pretty great. Also got 2 herbs when he did the treasury check, so able to, if he doesn't want to use the heal, can use 2 Hurtmores here and still heal a little bit if you get, clinked down by one of those Axe Knights.
And he's got 1 more Hurtmore to use after this. Another Knight is down, looking to get to 600, so very close to level 8 already is Beta. And there's level 5 for Angel, and now he can start using that Hurtmore as we got a key, or do we?
That might have been a torch.
That's a torch, yep. The old chest glitch. And here's chests 3 and 4. We've got a bamboo pole, which it ain't, that's fairy water. And I don't know what that is. Another torch?
Another
No.
torch.
Yeah. And he's going to go ahead and grind on that. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, with 17 strength, if you don't one-shot one of those Axe Knights, you can just throw a fairy water or a green dragon or something like that, a Star Wyvern.
Yep, why not? So he dropped the fighter's ring. Now, because he had already put it on, he still gets to enjoy that item's benefits. Trying to get to that final chest here, but runs into a Knight. Again, no back attack, but this is his last Hurtmore, so he has to make it to the finish line or he's probably going home. And there is level 8 for Beta. Level 6 has been gotten by Angel. It's 4, 3, 4, 6.
Yeah, so some steady gains, but nothing huge. Definitely the strength's still lacking, but Hurtmore makes it pretty good. Angel missing the first Hurtmore on an Axe Knight, but was able to get the kill in the second time.
Yeah,
so
but unfortunately, Beta running into a Knight, out of resources, can't run from it, and is sent home, and the 5th chest is still unclaimed.
CP favors going back down there just because the fights on the way are pretty good, just to get the knowledge, but also the XP.
I mean, yeah, if anything, this will allow Beta to grind some more points and potentially build on that experience lead, but there's always that possibility that Angel gets this on one dive, and if there's something, he could maybe start to get some kind of exploration, and that could cost Beta some time here. That
Also
red slime, though, is not what it's doing here, Hoodie.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, a stone man. A run block by a stone man. The classic Rye guy, and Angel is denied.
And it's not high, but 48 and 51 agility is not the worst either, so they have reasonable odds to get away.
True. I mean, it's a wall of stone. All right, so Beta runs into a magician who back attacks him. I don't know. That's pretty pathetic as well at 51 agility. There's a red slime. Again, it knows not what it's doing here in Mountain Cave. They're going to use the repel. Smart idea there for Beta. He's got plenty of MP. He's made it to the final chest, and inside, clothes. That's not clothes. I have no idea what it is, but it's not clothes. It's a dragon scale. All right. He'll put that on and gain an additional 2 defensive points.
Yeah, Harp really the prize out of Mountain. Not much else of note in there.
I think this is an intentional death warp because he just tried to use Hurtmore. They're pretty resistant to a Hurtmore spell, so yeah, intentional. So he's done with the Mountain Cave. Level 7 has just been picked up there by Angel, so he gets the Hurt spell also. So right now, as it stands, Beta has the early lead. Let's see what he decides to do. Is he going to keep going into that cave and grind? Nope, he's going to try to explore.
That makes a lot of sense. He got plenty out of there, gonna try to find those same enemies on the map, or, maybe similar or better.
Our Warlock, I think that's worth a Hurtmore for him. That'll give him an additional 28 points. He's at 701, next level, 975. Angel trying to get to that final chest here in Mountain Cave. That red slime still knows not what it's doing here, and Beta runs into a golem. not going to play around, use the Fairy Flute. Angel puts on the Dragon Scale, gets a bonus of 2 defensive points.
Yep, just thinking can get plunked down by that goal.
Town.
Pretty easy.
And it's a knight, no back attack, so he'll get the 78 points right there. He's hoping it's probably not Hawk's Nest, although Hawk's Nest may not be the worst considering we have the Hurt More. It's Brecconary.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can get some kind of equipment here, especially defensive.
That's true. Let's see what we got. A bamboo pole, a copper sword. Well, copper sword is something. That is something, so that's going to give him a boost of attack power right there. He's at 33.
I think we've confirmed that there's not gold in the castle, so all that high-tier stuff is probably just taunting them.
It's out of play, I can tell you that much. I mean, broadsword is definitely doable, just not at the moment right now. But yeah, everything else, there's no gold grind. Yeah, so silver shield, magic armor, flame sword, they're out of play tonight.
Yeah, you'd much rather have seen, like a small shield and a chainmail there as well.
Oh, definitely indeed. So, Angel is sent back home, currently at 500 experience points, and Beta will use that Hurt More, taking down the Wolf Lord. He is 144 points away from level 9, and he'll go again and use that on a Skeleton 2. Angel's going to go ahead and grab the items out of this chest as well, which he's going to
grind herbs.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea there, Hoodie. Ooh. Back to start, Beta made it, but now he's going to explore to the south.
Yeah, with the Hurt More start and the lower MP and HP, it's amazing to have full herbs because you can just use your Hurt Mores instead of healing, or use the herbs instead of the heal.
Wyvern's a nice enemy to use a Hurt More on because it is worth 64 points. Going to get him that much closer to the level. Needs another 15 points. Wraith Knight definitely would do it. And there it is.
Yeah, Wraith Knight a good enemy to hurt more, but it does have that 3 out of 16 resist that every once in a while is really frustrating.
All right, and it's 2 power, 7 agility, 2 HP, 5 MP, and just a bit outside. And there's nothing to the west. But he's got another Wraith Knight, but this time it back attacks him. So he's going to have to hope that Hurt More connects, and it does. Meanwhile, Angel going back to Mount. I think he wants to grind here.
Yeah, thinking about getting the XP. And outside is nice. I don't think they've seen Tablet or Grave yet, so both places you enjoy having outside for.
Yes, indeed. So with Angel grinding for experience, he's hoping that his keen exploration skills will help him catch up against Beta, because Beta looks like wants no part of grinding at the moment. He's looking to get the exploration in.
Yeah, having access to Hurt More really helps out on the map, unless you run into something like a red dragon that can stop you.
Blue dragon as well, because it's like it's a coin flip to land Hurt More. We do have a cave in this mess of swampland here, down to 9 HP. I'm gonna heal up here. Axe Knight is down for Angel, so he's catching up on the experience front. What do we have in this cave? It is Swamp North.
Yeah, they might be on a tiny starting island, and the rest of the seed might be on the swamp continent.
Armored Knights would be nice to grind on if we had a little bit more HP, because we're going to have to connect on both of these, and we got to hope that they don't have anything nasty in their arsenal. So can he get the 172? Yes!
Yeah, they're going to be great, except for, like you said, the HP and the defense, too. So you're going to expect some ambushes and some misses on those Hurt Mores, and you're almost assured to die in either of those situations.
It's just going to take the one and continue the exploration here in Swamp and try to get to the southern end of this cave. Angel buying some keys here at Tentagel Castle, and, well, this is somewhere, all right.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be the rest of the seed. I think that they started in a kind of small area, so if there's not anything nearby here, they might need to make several trips, or maybe grinding is the right play.
Absolutely, indeed. So, Beta, now the... Repel has worn off. We got a Knight, does not get back attacked, nor does Angel, so that'll be some free points right there, 78 for each. Closing in on level 10, we're 88 away on Beta side. Angel is 59. That's the back attack we didn't see, but it did not use DL2 breath, so Beta will use the last Hurt More to put him within 10 points of level 10.
Yeah, fantastic. And still has those 2 herbs from the treasury, so going to be able to try to stretch this exploration out if he can get away.
Which he does, but where to go now? Oh no, it's a werewolf. Does escape though. And there's level 9 now for Angel. A skeleton, not a problem there for Beta. Ghost isn't going to be a problem. In fact, it's going to run away from Beta instead.
He's getting out there, though.
Yeah, but he's found nothing. I mean, hopefully he finds a town. Ideally, that's what he would like to find, is a town. Oh no, it's a wizard. It back attacks him, and 6 HP left. Does escape, so he continues for a little bit while longer, but now he runs into a Drakima, and he's able to escape. He's down to 2 HP now after crossing that bit of swamp, and Golem, he's going to take the intentional warp back home. I thought he'd keep exploring maybe a little bit longer, but I think he wants to just cut his losses.
That's called sending a message.
Spending and seeking a message. You see that? Angel threw a torch at an X-Knight because his hurt more wasn't enough. Gets the kill on it.
Both players are trying to assert dominance right now over the enemies, the minions of the Dragon Lord.
All right, so this wolf will be enough to give Beta level 10. And we'll see what he ends up getting out of it. I'd like to see a lot of MP. We're only at 36 MP at the moment. 2, 3, 17 HP, stop spell, return, and heal more. Those are nice spells, but we only have 36 MP.
Yeah, that did nothing to improve the spell casting for heal, hurt more, and heal more now situation.
I mean, they're nice spells, like I said, but we don't have enough really MP to utilize it to the fullest. Meanwhile, Angel will take the warp back home out of resources, and we'll see if he decides to keep exploring, or rather grinding for experience, or if he wants to start exploration.
Yeah, and if it was an Axe Knight in Swamp, that would obviously be the better play, but it being the Armored Knight again, just not that appealing for Beta. Gonna trek out in another direction here.
Yeah, the 74 HP is going to be a much better situation, but we are still going to barely survive a DL2 breath to these knights, so he's got to hope he doesn't get back attacked.
And we haven't seen the town yet, so really, I mean, you can set up a chest glitch because Mountain is underneath, and maybe doing that for the herbs is really not a bad play here with the state of things.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. We do have like a divergence of paths here, Hoodie. We've got Angel wanting to do the experience grind, while Beta wants to go ahead and get the exploration in.
And yeah, we'll have to see which one's going to pay off. If Beta's able to find something important and, leverage that, could find a town to heal and then Hawk's Nest and get an Axe Knight grind, maybe like Erdrick's armor on it. That would be very important for Beta. Or if there's just nothing, I think that Angel's sticking to it, maybe getting survivability, that could be huge for him.
I mean, at least he's getting decent experience along the way. I mean, not nearly as good of stuff as what Angel's getting, but, it's at least keeping him afloat. And, other than the Knights, it's not really terribly threatening enemies on this part. At least he hasn't run into a zone yet that's had nasty. A Wyvern back attack, that's annoying. When he's out of MP too. He is out of MP.
Yeah, so now he's just kind of walking around hoping to find something.
Axe Knight, this is going to give Angel level 10. Couple towns he's found. One of them is, Rimeldar. Well, that would have been nice if we didn't already have keys, but still, it's a town. He can heal up, maybe buy something here. He's got 911 golds. A large shield would be nice, and finds a large shield.
That's fantastic. Yeah, you'd love to get that. You can heal here. Seeing the 2 towns meant it was guaranteed that he'd be able to heal in an inn, so feeling probably pretty great right now.
All right, he's going to see what's behind the 2-for-1 special. 2 doors, 1 chest, and we've got an herb.
Well, it's a 106 gold herb. Well, I guess he paid more than that, so it's a pretty expensive herb.
Very much indeed. Meanwhile, Angel, unfortunately, can't get that Axe Knight down and is sent back again. Let's see what his decision is. Will he continue to grind, or will he start exploring? Let's see what the other town is. Is it? Yep, it is Hawk's Nest. And if this is something grindable, Beta could really get an experience lead here if he wants to make that kind of choice. Magic Wyvern's going to give him a nice 83 points.
Yeah, Magic Wyvern's great to see in the zone here. Drakey a little bit less so, but we'll have to see. So enemies you would want to see are Axe Knight, Green Dragon, Armored Knight most especially. You could probably take down Stone Man maybe.
Yeah, but we got 61 agility. Again, Drakima, that's not going to be interesting. And now Angel's made it to Swamp North. Uh-oh. So Red Dragon, they have Stop Spell.
37 attack power, though. I don't know that this is maybe just a mercy roll situation more than you would ever hope to try to fight.
Well, let's see how happy they are using Stop Spell. It's not looking very happy, so all right, that's another run fail. Free turn for Beta, that you love to see it. That's another run fail, another Stop Spell. It's looking like it might be at least 50%. So yeah, the Spike Tile has the Red Dragon. We're just not strong enough to take it. So that's unfortunately kind of a break for Angel, I'd say at this point. Because yeah, if that would have been something really grindable, Hoodie, I think Angel could have been blown out of the water in the experience front.
I know that if it was an Axe Knight or a Green Dragon or something good that Beta deemed to be good, he would have stayed there forever. I firmly believe that.
Yep. So as it stands, I think it's still anybody's game. Right now, Beta's trying to find something to just attack, and he's not finding what he was hoping he'd find. He's finding Magidrake's Ender Cream. Now he's just going to use a sword. I mean, why not? Oh, they have Heal More. Come on.
He's looking for the Magiwyvern.
Yeah, that's what he was hoping he'd find, because, you know, the very first enemy he found was that Magiwyvern, which you're guaranteed to one-shot it every time, as Drakeemas have Baby Breath.
Don't look now, but Angel also has 1900 XP right now.
Oh, I know. We knew this was coming, and the exploration has, you know, is he's going to start to catch up a little bit on this exploration, methinks.
Is low on resources now. I think does have herbs, so might be able to make it to the same towns or different towns than Beta, but will need to stay alive.
That's just the thing, is that Beta's just not finding what he needs to kind of keep pace with Angel. Angel out of resources, so he wants to find that town if he can.
Yeah, that Hawksnest zone not as lucrative as we might have hoped.
I wonder if Beta's going to just keep going. No, I think he needs to keep exploring. Because here comes Angel.
Yeah, and that looks exactly like what he's doing.
I agree with this play.
And they have so little MP, it just hurts.
Yeah, the lack of MP is what's killing us right now. Angel able to get away from a wizard here as he's trying to get to those two towns here. We got a Poltergeist, can't run away from it. Druid Lord, that's a decent enemy to use a Hurt More on, 58 points. Closing in.
There's Angel with the two towns.
He made it. Maybe. There's Sharlock. Not terribly far away from those towns either.
We'll have to see if Angel's he'll probably check the spike and see it's a red dragon. We'll have to see if he can get away from it, the same that Beta did.
Oh, Axe Knight's nice here for Beta. Not enough to one-shot. Let's see if he goes for that just chip hurt. There you go.
Level 11 coming here. Maybe we'll get some good stuff.
Yeah, that's right, Hoodie. Let's see what we get here. We've got 23 power, 1 agility, 19 HP, but only 3 MP. Our MP still lacking quite a bit. But yeah, 93 HP is nice.
Yeah, amazing stuff. We needed that strength. It's still not super high, but it helps a lot. But the 3 MP is really just that's the funny part.
All right, so Angel is in Hawk's Nest. Now we'll see if he's more fortunate with the encounter luck than Beta was. Does make it to the spike tile. He's going to see that red dragon, and we'll see how he decides to play this out. Wow.
Running immediately.
Of course. You want to talk about RNG favoring the favorites? You just saw it right there. Didn't even have to do the grind that you saw Beta did to just make sure he escaped. He gets it on the first try because why not?
And gets a Droll Magi and a Magiwyvern on the way out, just as a little treat.
You know, talk about a treat. Yeah, this is another 83 points, which Beta's going to go ahead and heal up again at Rimmaldar. And yeah, Angel's hoping for the same fate that Beta was trying, and we'll see if he gets luckier than what Beta did. Oh my god, he does! Are you kidding me?
Immediately already better, yeah.
Jeez Louise. So Beta's now back in Hawks. I wonder if he's going to try this grind thing again, or is he going to go for the red dragon? Is he going for the red dragon? He's going for it.
He's got 60 attack power now.
He gets the stop spell off. Yeah, It's definitely at least a 50%. That's level 11 right there, by the way, for Angel. But yeah, look at these rolls. It's only 7, 4. I mean, you gotta hope it runs stop spell a lot. 15 he's up to. You need anywhere between 80 and 106. Oh, Fairy Water, what an idea. I like this. 26.
Yeah, this is exactly the kind of play that Beta is thrilled to be able to have the opportunity to make right now.
38, yeah. It's at least 50%, might even be 75% stop spell. That is 49. Rolls haven't been super, but they've been good enough, I'd say. Last Fairy Water, by the way. Nice roll. He's up to 64, and you definitely got to use that to heal more right now.
Yeah, and you'd be worried about potential heal more, but having the spell blocked already means that you're not, so it would just be a benefit if it had heal more now.
He's got 67, 73, 76. Doesn't look like it's got heal more. If it does, it's got to be 25%. 81. 86. Yeah, it's a heavy dose. This has to be 75% stop spell, which is really, really nice. 92. It rolled high, though. I will say that. It has rolled high. He's up to 92. 99, and down goes the Red Dragon. That's a big 350 points. Retakes the lead. Is there anything there? Of course it's a nothing burger. Go figure.
So that XP is great, but at the same time, you know, with Hurt More, you can be more efficient than that. So you're really hoping for probably specifically the sword or the armor, but something important, and just to get nothing feels, you know, not great.
It feels like a loss at this point, because this is exactly what you want to see if you're on Team Angel right now, is that Beta's making these plays that's, you know, hoping to gain an advantage on your opponent, and it's been none of the above. Speaking of advantages, here comes another Axonite kill for Angel, rolling the maximum to boot. We are neck and neck right now as Angel's trying to get this exploration in.
Yeah, the main difference is Beta has been to Brick, and there was a copper sword available in Brick, so he's got 10 more attack power.
It looks like Beta does want to stock up on keys here at Ermeldar as well. And Angel, right now, 413 points, minus that Druid Lord away from level 12.
Yeah, right now Angel has no idea that the Red Dragon has a stop spell at all, just because of that first turn run. So likely not going to be back until a little bit later.
Yeah, it's going to be... once we have a lot of attack power, I think it's going to be a nice grinding enemy.
Oh, it's absolutely the grind, for sure. The town right there, heavy stop spell, 1,000,000%.
All right, so we'll see what Beta decides to do now, as Angel's now in the western part of this continent map. Hasn't found anything yet. A slime. A slime! It knows not what it's doing here.
Little buddy. Yeah, we've got access to keys, so finding Cantlin, Garenhem would be great for us. We would love to find Garen's grave. We'd love to find Cole.
Axonite, but not enough on one Hurt More. And we'll chip it away with a Hurt to put him 118. So if he finds another Axonite, that will give him the level. Wolflore won't get him there, as Angel able to run from a snowman, continuing to traverse east. Trying to find something here. 66 points away now is Beta. And there's a town.
Yeah, just hanging out in the swamp there, and it's Garenhem.
Ooh, that's a big find. We'll see if Beta's able to get there anytime soon. But meanwhile, Beta going to get to level 12, a small shield, 0, 2, 19, and 4. Unbelievable. Level 12, and we're only at 43 MP, hoodie.
Yeah, the lag stats continue to lag, and 40, you know, we got those big levels, but 48 still low strength.
Magic Wyverns have DL2 breath. We hadn't seen that before because Beta just got back attacked by one. He's sent home. What a huge break for Angel.
Wow, and yeah, I don't think that we've seen a turn on those, so we have no idea. Like, you might think it's so low. We've seen so many of them, but yeah, that's the first turn. It could be 70 or 50% as the maximum.
Absolutely, indeed. But man, what a brutal death there. That's a big time thing. So yeah, just like that, I think Angel's got the lead here. That's Grave. Is this even randomized? The Grave and Garenham? Come on.
Yeah, gonna be nice to get those extra chests here.
All right, you got the first 3 chests. We got Fairy Water. We got a Curse Belt that tells us one of the 3 search tiles is in play, and gold. Some There was nothing in Hawk's Nest, so that means Cole or the coordinates, or maybe both, are going to have something.
And we're going to the bottom. We're going to see the 4th and 5th chest in the grave here.
Well, if Angel makes it, but that doesn't help. Oh, it did not use the DL2 breath. All right. And while Baby Breath does AK-47s have, so
that's a good thing for the Charlock dive.
Not bad, no. And that's 172 more points right there. And it looks like Beta is going to grind. Now that he sees those AK-47s, he wants the points.
He's probably just trying to die here, maybe, because the AK-47's on the spike, so if he wanted that, he'd probably just be there.
All right, got the chest 4, which has an herb. Werewolves have stop spell, which is nice, but yeah, this is definitely a warp back home.
It's maintaining a small XP lead here, but this is pretty neck and neck. It's really going to come down to who finds the first game-breaking item.
Yeah, neither player has. I mean, yeah, finding Garenham was nice, but so far, it's kind of been fruitless.
Yeah, with the MP so low and all this swamp on the map, I think that the armor is really the premier item you want. The sword would help as well because of that red dragon grind.
Yeah, definitely. And meanwhile, Angel just picked up level 12, so they're both on the same level. There's a Magiwyvern, doesn't get back attack this time, and will get the points this time. Angel very close to that 5th chest now here in Garen's grave. And it's a werewolf, nothing too terribly threatening. Gonna try to one-shot this for the kill, and does. All right, 95 more points. The final chest. Magic key. So even though Angel found Garenham, really nothing game-breaking. So kind of a break for Beta. This is a back-and-forth affair if I've ever seen one. It looks like one runner's going to get a break, and they've been nothing burgers.
Yeah, everything is... we might have multiple Erdrick's items in Charlock, maybe not. I don't know if we've seen Stone's Cave or Tablet. We still have both searches remaining. I don't think that there's any other chests on the map we haven't seen.
Yeah, there's a possibility both the armor and the sword are in Charlock. I think there's a high probability, don't get your hopes up too much, chat. I think there's a high probability that the 25,000 gold pyramid might be on tonight.
Yeah, it's looking, enjoyers, things are looking our way.
Certainly indeed, because, we still got to find the stones. The death necklace is still out there. They both potentially could be search tile items. So we just got to find these. So these runners both are missing major key components. They have found different components each. They've just not found the right components.
Yeah, and seems like Cantlin and Cole are of the highest importance right now, but you're also going to be pretty excited to see Tablet or Stone's Cave.
Yep, because we haven't found Cantlin. Now this is we've already seen that. That was Garenham. Oh, a cut and a miss on that hurt more from Beta, and Beta was able to escape as he gets back to the Twin Cities.
And I know that they were close to the East Coast. We'll have to see if there are coordinates, if it's potentially reverse countable, because that always could save a little bit of time.
Yeah, definitely indeed. There's a night chance for Angel, which he gets down. Very close between both these runners right now, which is kind of what we expected coming in here, Hoodie.
Yeah, definitely. We expected a real barn burner, and it kind of feels like that's what we're getting. And it also kind of feels like these locations may end up being bunched together. I'm not really sure.
All right, now Angel's been fortunate on those Magiwyverns. He does not know about the DL2 breath as of yet. Beta finds an AK-47, which would put him closer to that next level. But another cut and a miss. That's 2 in a row for Beta. So he'll have to use a hurt more or heal more and roll the dice. He's rolling the dice. He doesn't miss.
Yep, and we'll see if he's going to continue out or maybe head back to Rim and heal again after using their modest resources. He's dug pretty deep, probably heading back to Rim.
Oh, another AK-47. Doesn't miss on that one.
Love to get this on your way to heal, so you get to use your resources and get a nice 172.
Yep, and does get the 172, puts him very close, only 61 points away from the next level is Beta. So Starting to pull away just a little bit on Angel. Again, still very close. Angel, oh, he finds a town, though.
I think it's Brecconary, yeah.
Okay, this is his first Brecconary appearance. We had already seen Beta find Breck.
I don't remember if Breck had a broadsword. It does, so Angel's going to be able to pick up that, which is great.
I mean, that's nice for the attack power. Now, I don't know if it's going to move the needle that much, but every little bit is going to help him. You look at the difference in attack power, that's an additional 10 versus the copper.
Yeah, it'll help a lot in terms of if you're thinking about fighting that red dragon, but yeah, really nothing as much as finding the sword or the armor.
Oh, back attack by a stone man. Oh, jeez. That never feels good. I don't care what your agility is.
Beta very close to level 13 here, looking to pick that up before going anywhere else.
Yeah, Beta's only 9 away, but just keeps running into the wrong enemies. I mean, that stone man's not going to really do it for him. This werewolf will, though. Wraith Knight down for Angel, up to 3404. Gets the one-shot kill, and that is level 13 for Beta with 10 power, 6 agility, 2 HP, 2 FP, and the final spell. We already have all the spells by level 13, but we still have a paltry 45 MP hoodie.
That's amazing. Getting a little bit higher on the strength at 58, but 45, that's 5 heal mores. So you're gonna that's not gonna win you many Dragon Lord fights.
Oh, wizards have sleep. That's not fun. We'll see how long it takes him to get up. Gonna throw a stop spell on, does connect with it. And he's gonna fight it.
Well, if you can get good sleep procs, then you get some nice damage in. So it's a little bit dicey still with the defense and the attack power, but I'm gonna go for it. He's gonna probably heal immediately after.
Yep, he just healed right there.
So they've seen a lot of the map, and Cantlin, Cole, and at least two caves. I'm not sure if
we found none of the caves. No Jerk Cave, no Trading Cave, no Freebie Cave. We found none of the old men so far.
So yeah, I'm not sure where on the map they're going to need to go, but it feels like they've seen a lot already.
If Beta can somehow find Cole and Cantlin before he finds Garanham, he could really get an advantage on Angel there.
Yeah, not even having to go and dive grave at all could be really helpful.
Yeah, the old order of operations trick here. Imagine Wyvern, okay, does not back attack, free hurt more there.
It seems like the state of the race is also a little bit switched from, like right now, Beta's the one doing a little bit of sitting down and grinding, and Angel's the one out pushing exploration, which is kind of a role reversal from earlier.
Yep. AK-47, but only got 7. I don't know if Angel can chip away at this. I mean, if he gets a good roll on hurt, that broadsword might be enough. He isn't even going to use it. I think the broadsword, he could do it with this broadsword.
Yeah, the broadsword feels pretty good.
They have heal more. Forget it. Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, this might be a trip home. Nope, Angel gets away.
And Beta doesn't know that they have heal more, so I mean, if you roll 2 hurt mores, it's pretty much trivial. But you know,
yeah, you just have to throw a third hurt more if you get heal moored, which it's never great to spend 15, but you're going to be safe at least.
That's true. So yeah, Beta gets the hurt mores in for another 172 points, looking to get to 5625 for level 14.
And Angel heading right into Hawksness after getting that broadsword. Maybe you're going to try to get the level. We'll get another 10 attack power. We'll be at 80, and probably see him take it on, and he'll realize it's got stopped.
And that could be huge, because Angel, what if he decides to go for a grind on those red dragons? That could really put Beta behind the 8 ball, potentially.
Yeah, just being able to rappel around and not really take fights, getting the rest of the stuff done might be really helpful.
And yeah, Beta's continuing to grind in this little patch just away from Rimmildar here. We'll keep filling up, and there's a Magic Wyvern again. Angel still does not know about the DL2 breath. He's not been back attacked by him yet.
Yeah, hopefully he stays above DL2 range, and then he will at least be able to learn about it and not die, but we'll have to see.
Angel's trying to grind on those as well, so interesting decisions by both. It looks like both are trying to grind out levels here at the same time, but they've chosen two different spots. But Angel's been luckier on the Magi Wyverns than Beta was when he tried that trick.
Yeah, I also think that the Armored Knights are probably going to yield more here for Beta.
That's no fun.
Yep, likely going to use the old 15 MP at least if you don't miss, and he doesn't.
Yeah, a few more of those Armored Knights for Beta would give him level 14.
Yeah, and Beta just maintaining a steady XP lead here throughout the entirety of the seed. We'll have to see if Angel checks out this Red Dragon and scopes out its situation, if he can get a lead by grinding, or if he's going to leave and go try to find the other towns.
Werewolf is fine, unless that happens. Back attack into a stop spell that connects, go figure. Well, he finds another one. This time does not back attack him, so he'll go for the hurt more, which it connects, and gets a one-shot kill.
Yeah, it's always so nice to have the armor to never get stop spelled.
Yeah, the Erdrick's armor, once we find it, we heal 1 HP every step that we take, and yep, completely resistant to the stop spell, so it's never going to connect. Don't take any damage to the swamp tiles or the 15 HP barrier tiles, and your damage against hurt more, and the dragon breath's reduced by 1/3 each.
Looks like Angel immediately healing, probably going to take on this Red Dragon with that extra 10 attack power.
I'm going to be interested to see what he decides to do after he takes down the Red Dragon. He's going to know about how heavy stop spell is, and he may want to grind on them, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Yeah, it's just going to matter if the stop spell lands on Angel or not, and if he's able to get away if it does.
Oh, that's another problem. He has to connect on the stop spell, because if it connects, it's going to stop using stop spell. So that's another problem. Angel, now he knows about it. He's got to connect that stop spell.
Yeah, the second swing might have been a mistake there instead of the run.
Yeah.
But probably going to head straight back here and know the business.
All right, Beta gets an Axe Knight down. Gonna put him at level 14. So let's see. 13 power, 1 agility, 12 HP, 51 MP. Bam! That's what we like to see.
Yeah, I bet Beta's immediately going to go try to fight that Red Dragon.
Absolutely. Oh, he's going to buy the full plate. Well. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, that's great. 24 extra defense. That's amazing.
I mean, you don't really have much more to spend your gold on, because again, there was no gold grind, so you're never going to buy those 3 expensive items. So full plate's about the best thing you could buy with that money, I'd say.
Yeah, and I don't think that Beta has any interest in going back to Breckenary to buy the broadsword, so probably going to stick it out with the copper.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like exploration instead of the dragon, though.
Now, Angel is in Swamp Cave, and he's going to go for the Armor Knight. So it looks like he may have decided to go for the Armor... No. He hadn't checked it, and he's like, no, I don't like this grind.
Maybe he was trying to see if it was the Red Dragon, might have just stuck it out there before going back down.
Ah. I will say this much. Beta's starting to pull away on the experience front from Angel. He's over 1,500 ahead.
Yeah, has definitely been exceeding Angel's XP getting per minute. No doubt about that.
Again, both of these runners are lacking critical components here, because again, we're now at the 56-minute mark, Hoodie. We still haven't found coal. We still haven't found Cantlet. Still haven't found the old men caves. No tablet cave either.
Yeah, it's getting... I feel like Angel has seen a lot of the map. Angel found Garenhem, which had grave underneath, dove all of that. So if Beta goes those directions, might repeat some of that. But it didn't really yield anything, and so there's some section of the map that has a lot of everything we need.
That's why if Beta or Angel were to find that boon, I think Angel has got to be the first to find it. Because I'm telling you, if Beta finds these areas clustered first, this is going to be over, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, a very strong runner. I think that Beta's not going to be one to take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. And, we're still trying to find these now. Angel's back at the Red Dragon. He's got his stop spell ready, and it connects. And there's the stop spell, which is going to miss every single time. So now Angel can just tear away at this Red Dragon.
Yep, he's going to learn about the but they're found to nothing underneath, and then we'll see if he wants more of this or not.
I mean, it's kind of a slow fight because, you've only got broadsword and 80 attack power, but, at least it's kind of minimal on resources.
Yeah, you would love to have, obviously, both the sword and the armor, but one of each would, you wouldn't even have to cast stop spell if you had the armor, or if you had the sword, you'd be doing a lot better on these swings. But for all we know, both of those items are sitting down in the chest.
Beta just found Garrenham, so he's likely going to get that same time sink that Angel FM incurred, so that's going to end up being a wash hoodie.
Yeah, that's great news for Angel that
absolutely
Beta did
it
not
is.
find those important things.
Yeah, that's going to give Angel a little bit of an edge on exploration. It's going to give him a chance to catch up on experience as well, because there really wasn't that much to grind on enemies-wise in the grave.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is going to be repelled, especially now that Beta has that full plate.
Yep.
That's looking pretty decent, except for, of course, the strength at level 14.
Yeah, now it's our strength that's lacking, because with the 96 MP, that's 12 heal mores right there. So we're now sitting pretty with that MP. But yeah, that strength is definitely lacking. But I'll tell you what's not lacking is that 126 HP. This could potentially be a Death Necklace seed. It's definitely looking like it's going to be in play.
And that is confirmed 75%. So the best enemy you could hope for outside of a hurt at 75 on top of that.
Yep, absolutely. All right, now we're going to see the Hurtmore go to work for Beta to take down this Knight, 78 points. Next level is at 7,500. As you can see, 1,059 away is Beta.
And very well could be 15 is the go level. So I think that when your stats look like this for Beta, you're probably thinking a whole lot about, I got to go get the stones and see about sword and armor.
Yeah, because, he knows who he's up against, and he's been up against Angel many, many times, especially in the nightly races that they've had many, many, many times throughout their history. So, these two know each other all too well. And yeah, Angel has been grinding. I figured he would grind on these Red Dragons here. He's going to slowly chip away at this experience lead, and this is going to be a ball game again, Hoodie.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like got ambush and stop spelled might end up dying here.
Oh, the stop spell connected. Yeah, that's a bad break there for Angel, so he's going to have to try it again. There's the Nothing Burger chest 4 for Beta.
And 1,100 XP right now, so, just under 3 Red Dragons lead for Beta.
And Aaron making a point that Angel is the Sunday Weekly League champion from winter, and that Beta is the Sunday Weekly League champ from spring. So these two definitely have accolades. I mean, Angel has won this tournament 5 times. I think Beta is looking for his first, unless he's won in the winter. I'm not 100%. I'm sure somebody will fill me in on it. But there is level 14 for Angel after taking down that Red Dragon. He sees that big boon in MP.
Yeah, I wonder what he's going to think now with these stats, if he wants to get the other level right now, or if he's going to push out aggressively as well.
He's going to heal first, and then we'll see what he decides to do, if he's going to continue to grind out Red Dragons, or if he wants to get that exploration going and try to find these missing puzzle pieces.
And Beta's down here at the bottom, going to get the news that this is not important, and will be able to continue exploration.
Yeah, because he has all the spells and he has got plenty of the MP. So yep, he can go ahead. He'll go ahead and top it off here at Garenham, and then he's going to go ahead and wait a minute. He's got 2941 gold. No, he can't buy anything. I think he was hoping for the broadsword here. That broadsword's in Breck.
Yeah, the broadsword would feel real good until you get that Erdrick sword, but it very well could be in Sharlock. And Angel is aggressively heading out away from the grind right now.
Yeah, he's looking to get that exploration, and I think Bay's going to do the same.
Yeah, I think both players know the score.
Getting run blocked by a Stoneman on Angel's side, getting back attacked by a Golem on Beta's side. That can't feel good on either front.
I mean, how can they be agile? They're enormous beings made of rocks.
I know! The world may never know because Dragon Warrior Randomizer is a silly game at points.
Snoozing on the job.
Yep.
And the more that I see, the more I'm convinced that there's going to be either a cluster or just a line somewhere full of location.
I agree. Whoever finds it first, I think, is going to be your winner of this race, the way this is going. But it's been tough. It's just been very tough because it's a ginormous continent because of how small the first continent was.
Yeah, and just now getting all that MP is the real big game changer. So they're actually going to have resources to push out far.
Oh, look at this!
This is a big moment.
Angels found 2 caves. So there's the freebie cave. And there's the armor.
That's big.
That's the jackpot right there, one of the jackpots. And there is Tablet Cave.
So if this is just the sword and the armor right next to each other, this is by far the most important 4 tiles on the map.
And of course, if it's, the stones, that's nothing to sneeze at either. We gotta have the stones to beat this game anyways. What do we got? Wings. Okay,
wings.
Nothing real doing there.
We still have Cole and Cantlin available. The Death Necklace could be one of those items as well, but if they're both populated, that feels pretty good.
And there's a Magic Wyvern, no back attack again, so that's safe for Beta. So all of a sudden, Angel FM getting that huge analogy. Now he's about to find more as we get to the town of Cole.
Real big stuff here.
But is there anything here? If there's nothing here, then we know the coordinates are the only thing. And Stones of Sunlight, he's now got the pieces, but he still needs to find both the Trade-In Cave and the Jerk Cave, which are still AWOL at the 64-minute mark.
Yep, those and Cantlin are the only remaining things for Angel to find, and only question marks for us here in the booth.
Yeah, if you're on Team Angel, you hope that Beta finds Cantlin and that there are no coordinates.
And I think that would...
There it is. There's your Cantlin right there.
So chords could be 50% necklace, 50% sword right now. If there's nothing, that sword is absolutely at the bottom, somewhere in Sharlock.
I've only seen one curse spell. Maybe not, but let's see if we do have coordinates. Yeah. It's 11 south, 12 west by Gwalen. Those are countable coordinates if I've ever seen countable coordinates. Gwalen, your rescuer will have to wait until another seed.
Yep, and gonna wait to do that because you have all the stuff required to trade in. This is likely the area where the trade-in caves are. So both right there again.
Beta's not all that far behind as Angels found the Jerk Cave, and right next door, oh, we got the Brothers Old Men here. They have been feuding for years, Hoodie. Years.
This is pretty wild. Did Beta end up getting the armor yet, or hasn't been there yet?
No, he's found the towns before those caves. But this is actually going to be good if he continues to go that way because, he'll run into the Jerk Cave. There's the Rainbow Drop. But yeah, he still needs to find the armor. And that potentially could be a problem if Beta gambles, doesn't see those 2 caves, thinks that armor might be in Sharlock. He's going to be in trouble if that ends up being the guess. So now, the big question is, what do we have on coordinates? It's 50-50 at this point. It's either Death Necklace or it's Sword, and the game show fan of me is telling me it's Sword.
Yeah, Angel is counting it out right now. And we might come down to, if we only need one level to go, Copper Sword might be enough. If we need multiple, this broadsword that Angel has might be a difference maker.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there was no broadsword. There was no broadsword. But there's Erdrick's sword. Well, I told you that the pyramid game was going to be canceled, and, well, I was right. So, sorry, folks. We're over our budget. No 25,000 gold pyramid tonight, unless the death necklace still could be in play. It still could be in play, folks. Don't give up hope just yet.
It is a possibility, yeah. And Angel with the lead getting back to, I would imagine, Hawksness to fight that red dragon. Beta will get the sword when he checks those coordinates, so there won't be an attack power advantage, but right now, being first to Hawksness could be the key here for Angel if he can kill those red dragons fast.
Absolutely, indeed. Because Beta still has to find those other two caves, which are next to each other. There's going to be the trading cave for Beta. He's going to get his rainbow drop as well. And you see that difference in experience points. Only about 800.
Yeah, you kill 3 red dragons and you're in the lead suddenly.
Yep, and he's going to be able to kill them relatively quickly as well there, Hoodie.
Yeah, the acquisition of the sword and the armor makes this fight, you don't have to cast Stop Spell anymore, and you've got 20 extra attack power if you're Angel, 30 more if you're Beta.
Absolutely, indeed. So now it's just a matter of how long is it going to take Beta to find those other 2 caves?
Yeah, they were pretty nearby, but I don't think they were to the east.
No, they definitely were not to the east. I'm certain of it.
Looks like this opens up, too. Yeah, if this is extensive, this could be real bad news.
Oh, absolutely, indeed. Especially if, he continues to get stopped by enemies here. I mean, yeah, the experience is nice, but you see how quickly Angel took down that red dragon, and this experience lead is about to evaporate before our eyes.
At least this is a dead end here. Oh, we're going to see a return. Oh, boy.
Oh, no. He's going to return, and... Yep, Angel's exploration. I'm going to throw it right now. I think he's in the catbird seat.
Yeah, you absolutely have to think so. Not having the armor, having to go all the way back to that area to get it, it's going to be real tough.
Because you know what he's going to do? He's going to get the sword. He knows who he's up against. He's probably going to gamble that the armor is in Sharlock. And against someone like Angel, I can't fault him for making a decision like that. Now, maybe he doesn't. But my smart money thinks he's going to gamble.
It does seem like a play that Beta might make. Have to fully agree.
Now, this red dragon will get Angel the level. He'll have to heal more just to make sure. All right.
Mathematically, it's a very sound play to make.
Absolutely, because the odds are very slim. They're going to be in the freebie cave or tablet cave. 0, 2, 1, 1. What a level that was!
That almost, I think that's even worse for Beta now, because at least
yes,
if he was able to get to that armor immediately, he could still be going, but now going to get way behind on the grind.
Yeah, he's going to be so far behind on that. Right now, Angel in a very good position.
I know that I've seen Beta do armorless dives before, but you have to have so much MP and HP, and I don't think that this is that seed.
It really isn't. So, yep, Angel looking to grind to level 16, which will be at 9750. And Beta is going to get level 15. He's going to see it's not going to be enough to make the dive.
Yeah, and thinking about enemies in Sharlock, the Red Dragon, as we know, is not as much of a threat as it could be. The Armored Knight, I think, has Weak Breath to go along with Heal More, so it might be a little bit less imposing. I'm not sure what else we know about Sharlock.
Well, there's a lot of enemies we haven't seen. We've not seen blue dragons, and we've not seen green dragons. The dragons have been actually quite absent tonight, save for the one that's in the Hawk's Nest.
Yeah, maybe the Red Dragon being nerfed might be a sign that the weaker brethren could actually be enhanced.
Star Wyverns.
That's relevant.
Haven't seen them either. No Star Wyverns yet.
Yeah, so a couple of question marks here, but other than that, Angel is looking to be firmly, like you said, in the driver's seat of this race.
Oh, no question about it. Is Beta going to go for it? Yeah, now he's going to join Angel in that same grind, I would imagine, maybe.
I think just like what you said, at this point, Beta's probably thinking, I could spend time out on the map, or I could go to the known Red Dragon and get good kills and just go and dive for the armor in Charlock.
Yep, most certainly indeed. Again, can't fault him for this decision. It's just the order of operations. And yep, he's going to go for the grind as well. So Angel right now in a powerful position, the 5-time champion looking to go a perfect 5-0 in his group. And barring something catastrophic, it's looking like that's going to be the case here, Hoodie.
Yeah, we're very close to being able to go outside of the strength, and maybe the Death Necklace comes into play. Angel knows it's in Charlock, but 16 very feasibly could be enough to win in just another Red Dragon here.
I mean, you look at the difference between these two, it's about five of them. 5 Red Dragons is your difference right now between these two runners and the armor.
Yeah, and Beta having to use a turn to cast Stop Spell is going to eat into the efficiency as well.
Oh, yes. That's another thing that's going to hurt him is the fact that he does not have Erdrick's armor and that Angel does. So, yeah, this was just a matter of order of operations. And, yeah, there were 2 paths to get the coal. Angel found the correct path and Beta found the incorrect path. 5, 7, 3, 11. So Death Necklace definitely looking pretty good at 118 attack power right now, but we need more. 108.
Yeah, with the necklace, we'd be, I think 97 HP. We'd have 126 or 128 attack power and 13 heal mores.
Correct. So, no, the numbers really aren't there. And again, Beta is probably gambling on armor being in Charlock because, again, in his mind, it's a 78% chance that armor is in fact in Charlock when we know it's not. The Death Necklace is definitely in Charlock. And I know I said that the pyramid game was canceled. I lied. It's definitely back on in force unless level 17 gives us like 30 AP or something.
Yeah, and this level 16 is definitely winnable with Fairy Water, but it's going to be tight, and you can't really lose resources. So Angel is opting to not worry about that. Hopefully.
Yeah, not at all. So, yep. Seen a lot of fun police. It's the fun police tonight that's not having much fun. They're getting killed left and right here by Angel and Beta.
Yeah, their numbers are definitely going to be dwindling in the fields and valleys of Alifgard.
Yeah, they're going to have to recruit a lot more of these blue dragons to replace them because, yeah, there's a lot of carnage here in Hawksness. 2 more of these red dragons will give Angel level 17. 2 more red dragons will give level 16 to Beta.
And Angel probably doesn't need too much in any one direction to be feeling like going. Strength will obviously be the most helpful, but more HP, more MP could also put the decision into go mode for him.
Well, certainly indeed. So 1 more red dragon will give Angel level 17. Then he'll decide if he wants to keep going on after Keem is like, I'll just let you get back to what you were doing.
The Abe Simpson walking in and walking back out meme.
I love it. Yes. All right. Well, time to heal more there, Angel. You don't want to miss out on the level just because you didn't use a heal more and it decided to attack instead. Level 16 there for Beta, and it will be decision time for him when he sees this. He's looking at the numbers
might go
now.
On this.
He might. Meanwhile, Angel just got level 17 with 14 power, 1 agility, 0 HP, 2 MP. Yeah, the pyramid game's canceled, folks. Again, okay. We have re-canceled the pyramid game.
Yeah, that's pretty darn clear. Very much will not anticipate Angel looking for the Death Necklace.
Yeah, no shot at all. We're in good shape because we're rolling 8 to 16. That's an average of 12. We have got, it's still 13 heal mores, but we do have 6 MP to spare. So when you're averaging 12, yeah, the numbers are there. You're going to get a lot of doubles. Yeah, this is go right here. So Angel in a fantastic spot as he's on his way to Charlock right now.
Yeah, and like we said, only the unknown enemies that we don't have a good gauge of their abilities could potentially pose a threat here, because the ones that we know aren't necessarily the worst.
Oh, certainly indeed. All right, so Angel, the first one to Sharlock, and hey, there's some dragons. We have a blue dragon, and he can't run from it.
And it bites.
That's all we know at this point. And there's the green dragons. So all the dragons were here in Sharlock.
Yeah, they were hiding away, putting the red dragons out there as bait.
Yep.
So far, not looking too menacing.
No, that's true. It's not. You know, the only thing is, Star Wyverns, do they have anything nasty? Maybe the blue dragons and green dragons have something nasty. Again, small sample size. Golems, that's never fun. Well, it does run away from it.
Yep, and making our way through Zone 1. We see a golem in it now here, but so far haven't seen anything terribly worrisome.
Nope, not at all. Yeah, nothing really threatening. You know, we had seen plenty of Sharlock enemies prior to the Sharlock dive, and, you know, we hadn't seen anything of particular nastiness. There's a Star Wyvern. Doesn't run away from it, though.
And normally you wouldn't be terribly thrilled to see this guy in your zone, but with the heavy stop spell prevalence, it's pretty much a free run.
Yeah, it's going to be annoying because you might have to use your 3 because for those who don't know, there is a new rule this year. Speaking of not running away, we're not running away from golems here. There's a maximum run fail of 3 times to an enemy. You are guaranteed to run away on the 4th attempt. And now, when red dragons are using stop spell, chances are you're not going to lose much HP in the long run. I mean, yeah, he might throw an attack out there, but yeah, you're going to be fine seeing red dragons in this dive. Oh, this is annoying, getting slept on by a wizard.
Angel does have 80 defense and extra MP. Could cast a repel here, but opting to save the MP for potential heals or anything.
Yeah, that's true. He could repel the wizards with, you know, the repel or a fairy water, but yeah, opting not to do that. So he's made it to the U. Beta just needs 2 more of these red dragons to get to level 17, and I would imagine he is going to make the dive, and he's going to be thoroughly disappointed. So Angel has made it to the hallway, no encounters, and now to the basement. And here we go. So he's just steps away from getting to the Dragon Lord.
And so far, not a single enemy in Sharlock has proven to be incredibly menacing. So this is looking like a pretty free stroll to the Dragon Lord.
Absolutely, indeed. I mean, the worst enemy that I think we could have run into, we haven't seen that, which I think is the AK-47s, because, you know, you're probably going to run fail. Well, you're run failing from an axe after getting back attacked. That's annoying.
Yeah, and even with the weak breath, you can still get hit for a pretty good chunk from the Armored Knight. So it's pretty low. I know we haven't seen a single one, I don't think.
No, unless we find one on the spike tile. What do we have on the spike tile? We don't know just yet. It's a red dragon that's stopping our progress a little bit. So that's going to slow Angel down a little bit. Beta did get to level 17. 2 run fails. And gets away on the 3rd try. It's a stone man. Oh, that's not the best. And that's why we kept our resources, and now we can use the sleep on them. And of course, it wakes up on 1 turn, because that's what enemies do in DWR.
Well, everybody knows that 33% really means 75%.
Yeah, exactly. All right, good roll there on that attack, and it stayed sleeping. Another good roll, and down goes the Stoneman, and still has 1 sleep in the tank, is going to use the heal. That's too much. He's at 103 now, but I think he should still be fine, even losing that. And I think he just realized it, so he's just going to burn another heal. So he's got 12 heal mores to do it. Beta's going to be on his way to Sharlock, but it's going to be bad news for him. So,
do they have the same XP right now? 12, 3, 14?
I don't know. Yeah, 12, 3, 14. And 12, 3, 3, 1. 17 points is the difference. All right, down goes the first phase. Let's see if he gets the first strike here. He does not. It's a back attack, so he is going to miss out on even one attack. So that's annoying. If he rolls low, anything is still possible. But again, the armor is what's really going to hold Beta back as we start with a 12. 150 to 165 HP is what we need to win the fight. 25. And that is a double. 34. Needs a good heal more here. He might have to double that. He's okay. And just a friendly reminder, as we're up to 49, he can get popped for 50 on the melees. 49 is what we're at. And we're up to 60 now. All right, and 75. So we're halfway to the minimum requirement. $90. Seeing some good rolls now for Angel. 5 more heal mores left to go. There's 98. That wasn't a good roll. I'd like to get another double out of this. We're at 98. 113, that's a good roll. Not quite enough for the double. Now he's got a double. 128. 138. Yeah, he is sitting pretty right now. Even if he min rolls the rest of the way, he's got that. That double was essential. 149. Next attack could do it if he rolls maximum. He covers the entire spread. 164 is enough to get the job done and get your GGs out for Angel FM. The 5-time champion is 5-0 in group play once again. What a performance tonight. Great race between the runners, but it all had to do with the routing to Cole there, Hoodie.
Yeah, definitely an unfortunate circumstance to be so close to those items there, but really, really neck and neck until that point, and a fantastic race. Great win for Angel.
Yep, 1 second shy of 84 minutes. That is the official time for Angel FM. So yet another strong performance tonight. Perfect record in the group play. So he potentially could be your #1 seed going into the brackets once again. Just absolute incredible performance. He is, again, a 5-time champion for a reason. I mean, he plays well, he routes well. He also runs lucky at times too as well. So if you have all those 3 things going for you, you're pretty tough to beat.
Yep, and Beta in the U here, heading down, hoping to get to the armor, and is going to be sorely disappointed. Probably going to come back up to the judges table, and the disappointment will continue.
And he'll probably wave the white flag after that, would be my guess. So, all right, the death necklace is out there. So guess what? The 25,000 gold pyramid is back in play again. $250 chest. Almost feels like the real $25,000 pyramid. It got canceled. The game show Blackout replaced it, and then Blackout got canceled, and it got replaced by a $25,000 pyramid. $300 chest. No, it's a lot of gold in these chests. Do we have it in the 250? It is. Hey, I get the 25,000 gold. Let's go. I get paid. And speaking of getting paid, we've got Angel FM here in the commentators booth with us. GG, congratulations. A very, very close race throughout much of this race, but the one difference maker that ended up making you a winner tonight was that there were 2 ways to get to Cole. You found the right way, and unfortunately for Beta, he found the wrong way, and he missed out on Eric's armor.
Okay, wow, that kind of surprised me, because, yeah, I felt really bad after seeing that, after going all the way up north and going through Garenham and all that. I was like, oh my god, no.
No, he never found it. So You got lucky there in that front. I mean, I said there were three things that, runners have to have in Dragon Warrior Randomizer, especially when you're going up against runners like the caliber of yourself, Angel. You gotta play well, you gotta route well, and you gotta have luck on your side. You gotta have all three of those components. And it seems like many times when we do these races here, Angel, you tend to have all three on your side. So, I mean, pretty close race. I mean, I think Beta for a good chunk of the race had the experience lead on you, but I don't really think at any point he had an exploration advantage on you at any point.
Yeah, it wouldn't have shocked me him having the experience advantage. Like it took so long for me to get to level 5 and hurt more. I as long as it took me, especially to like some of those droughts of just getting the red slimes to level 2, I felt so far behind from that.
I can imagine why you would feel that way, but yeah, trying to find those remaining caves was half the fun. I mean, it took well over an hour before you finally found, the tablet cave with the trading, or with the stones cave. Then you found Cole and Cantlin, and then of course you found the two old men next to each other. We kind of knew everything was going to be bunched, and that ended up being the case. But yeah, it just turns out that there was another path to get to Cole, and Beta unfortunately just never found it.
Yeah, it definitely felt like that. After all the exploring I did, I'm like, okay, everything has to be like pretty close together from everything.
Which indeed it was. So you played a really good race. I mean, you know who you're up against in Beta. You've faced each other many, many times, both in tournament play and, of course, the nightlies. So you know what to expect out of them. And I'm sure you've had lots and lots and lots of memorable races against each other. But that's a big win for you tonight, because it puts you 5-0, gives you the number 1 seed in your group, and potentially the number 1 seed overall in brackets.
I don't know, my luck seems to persist into getting buys into the brackets, so we'll see.
And yeah, we were looking at your stats, and somebody pointed out only 3 bonks. That's pretty impressive.
Angel's disappointed. He'll tell you that that's garbage.
Yeah, he wants 0. I totally get it. He wants 0.
Oh yeah,
and there it is. Beta's found it, and he's gonna see it, and he's gonna be like, that's where it was this whole time. And we'll see if he decides to go back. Yeah, it does look like he's going to go ahead and finish this seed. I mean, that's props to him for finishing it up. I mean, I know he's disappointed that the seed turned out the way it did. I mean, he played a really, really good race up to this point. It just hard luck on the exploration at the end there.
Yeah, and there was a period where Beta had been to Breckenary and you had an Angel, and he picked up a copper sword, and he bought a bunch of fairy water and learned about the stop spell on the red dragon, and was, clunking it down for 4 or 5 a hit and using the fairy water to find the nothing, but didn't come back. But you went and got the broadsword when you were there, and that seemed to be also somewhat consequential. Oh
God, I love that term that our gamer just pointed out. The map boss beat him. Oh, I love that term. I think I'm going to use that. That's a great term. He got beat by the map boss tonight. We're gonna tell him that when he gets into the commentator's booth. But he's back into the dive now. Should be pretty free. I mean, we don't know anything about green dragons or blue dragons. Well, he got run blocked by a green dragon there. I mean, small sample size. We didn't see them have anything, but that doesn't mean they didn't have anything.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked when the wizard had sleep. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we had seen that on Beta's side that they had sleep, and yeah, oh, he's getting double run blocked by this green dragon. That's annoying. All right, gets away that time.
Yep.
If you felt like you were doing better on XP earlier, Angel, would you have still done the grind in the mountain cave, or do you think you would have started to push out?
Oh no, I still would have done the grind in mountain cave, because I did see that one cave, or I saw a swamp cave in where it was when I was up there before, and I figured like that might be something I'm about to go to, so I just decided to just make sure I have enough HP and healing just to get through that.
Yeah, I mean, Beta had quite an experience lead early on you, because he had better luck with the very early grind, getting to hurt and hurt more several minutes before you got to hurt and hurt more there, and that enabled him to build an experience. Like I said, I think at one point he was up by 1,500 on you. But again, that exploration, the map boss, God, I love that term. That is so good now. the map boss got him, and you know that's usually when it comes to two runners of calibers like you and Beta Angel, it's usually who has the better exploration. And you know there's a little luck involved, you know, with Sharlock, which that's not going to be the case today because we had a very tame Sharlock, but usually I'd say 75 to 90% of the time, and when you have two runners of your caliber like yourselves, exploration's usually what wins you or loses you races.
Oh yeah, I mean, I thought I was, you know, almost dead in the water when I, you know, went north and saw all that, and then, you know, come to see where Erdrick's armor is and all the other stuff. It's just like, you know, like 2-3 minutes that everything could have been done. Yeah, I thought I was dead in the water at that point.
I can understand why you would say that because again, you know who you're up against. You're probably expecting this to be a jet seed. When we saw what we saw at the start, that 5 attack power, we knew we were kind of going to be in for a slow start, which we were. But you know, the fact that we finished, you know, you finished it under 84 minutes, considering that start, that's still a solid time.
Oh yeah, I mean, in Hurtmore 18 at level 5, I mean, yeah, just an hour just to get everything else done. Yeah, it doesn't take that long, especially if like a red dragon grind that has, you know, just stop spell. I could just sit there the whole time with Erdrick's armor.
Another back attack from a green dragon. I mean, we've seen plenty of. I mean, if they have anything, it's probably heal or heal more.
Also, I'm hoping Beta doesn't make the same mistake I did when like I had the number 6 stuck in my head when I fought the Snowman. So when I did 2 sleeps, I'm like, okay, I can heal after this, and then lost the heal more because of that.
Yeah, it was getting a little bit dicey, just a little bit dicey when you were rolling low, but then you got that double, got some nice high rolls on that double, and you still had plenty left in the tank.
Yeah, I was expecting like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself because of that. Doing so. Just I had that number 6 stuck in my mind the whole time.
Yep, certainly understandable in that case here. So now Beta will be in the same position, getting run failed by a golem at 81 agility. You never like to see that. How many times has he been back attacked by a green dragon here in Sharlock? That's got to be at least 4 or 5. But he didn't get back attacked that time. Consider that a win. All right, he's made it to the stone, man. All right, got the stone man to sleep. Just like you, Angel. 1 turn, and he's awake. I think he's just going to go for it. He's probably going to use heal more here.
He probably has an inventory full of herbs.
Oh, he's going to use the heal more. I think he figures so. Yep. It's going to be the same thing. 12 heal mores to the fight. Again, should be pretty free for Beta unless he gets really unlucky and gets very low rolls and no doubles. And again, a reminder, he can get popped for 50 when we get to the DL2 phase. I just put it on the death necklace. We're memeing this. So he's going to roll 10 to 21 now, so he won't be getting any doubles. All right, let's see if he gets the first strike. He also gets back attacked, so hey, equal opportunity back attacks, Angel. Yeah, this could be a problem because he could get popped for 50 here. He doesn't. So 16. $29. $45. $64. So he's rolling pretty good. So again, I believe he's going to be just fine. So he's at 64. 83. $95. Kind of a modest roll there. Let's see if we can get a 20. 111. 130. And he's been attack happy. I've never seen so many attacks from DL2. This is crazy. That's been keeping him safe. 148. That next attack, real good chance he's going to win on this attack right here with 2 to spare. Oh, he's going for the fairy water finish. I love it. 162 will do it. Hey, get your GGs out for Beta. He played valiantly tonight, a hard-fought race, but the map boss beat him and is going to drop to 4-1 in his group, but will still qualify for the brackets.
Yeah, there are a lot of notable runners in the number 2 slot, so it's an interesting time to be in the brackets. It's very exciting.
Look at that. Our second match here, they both finished with a 59. It's a 96-59 for Beta, so a difference of 13 minutes exactly. Great race between our 2 runners tonight, and we'll see if we can get Beta in here for an interview. Boy, great race again between both of you tonight. We expected this to be close. Just that one exploration ended up being the real difference maker. Otherwise, we could have had ourselves a barn burner finish. Alas, wasn't meant to be tonight.
So I'm not sure if you remember, Angel, but when you, I think you saw the red dragon and you were coming back through the swamp cave, you went and checked the spike. What was going through your mind there?
Meh, because then I saw the heal more on the Armor Knight a little bit earlier. So I'm like, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought it might be.
All right, and we do have Beta here in the commentator's booth with us. Boy, a valiant effort tonight. This was a very close race throughout, but the map boss beat you tonight, I'm afraid there, Beta, as there were kind of 2 routes to get to Cole, and one of them connected you through the freebie cave that had the armor, and the other one, which unfortunately you took, did not. And that ended up being the difference because this was a pretty close race practically throughout. Go over the scene with us.
I'm not particularly surprised at that. Yeah, so the start was pretty brutal, but then we got relatively early hurt more, and then I brute force mountain because the mountain zone was actually pretty good. I wouldn't normally brute force the cave like that for one orphaned chest, but because Axe Knights and Knights were both in there, I figured there wasn't really any time loss involved with doing that, plus MP was just terrible for most of that seed.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we were rocking 45 before we finally got that big boost of 51 that really helped open up the seed for the both of you. I mean, at one point, you know, you were rocking an experience advantage on Angel about 1,500 points. But then the exploration happened, you know, once you were leveled up good enough, and that's just what the difference maker ended up being is, you know, you both needed to find the same things because there was a point you had both found Garanham, you both scoured through the grave, which didn't have anything. So at this point, it was just finding the rest of the pieces, and you knew they were going to be bunched up the way that continent ended up shaking out. I mean, that's one of the tiniest first continents I think you will ever see in Dragon Warrior Randomizer play like that. That second continent was a behemoth.
Yeah, I love the fact that I still managed to find Breckenary off on its own on the right side of that continent. Like, that was like the first thing I saw. But yeah, with the way the seed progressed, like, it was at the point, like, after I got the plot items and then got the sword off the coordinates, which I had a reverse setup, but alas, it was just a really straightforward count. I decided that, like, I didn't know exactly where Tablet and Stones were. Like, I had some general idea of where they probably would be, and then I just decided, I'll metagame this, I'll dive Sharlock because it's 7 out of 9 to be in Sharlock at that point.
And it's a reasonable gamble. You know who you're going up against in Angel F. I mean, you know you got to take chances in order to take down opponents like that. It's just, unfortunately, it didn't work out for you tonight. It was just unlucky. You know, it's a sound judgment play. You know, the odds are that the armor was going to be in Charlotte, considering what you knew up to that point. Just sadly, it didn't work out for you tonight, Beta.
Yeah, I'm used to that. I mean, in practice seeds, like every time I would gamble on armor being in Charlotte, like I'd have one location remaining, like usually it would be tablet and it would be in some remote area of the map, and I'd know generally where it is, but it's like, 3 minutes to walk over and search it. I would dive Charlotte preemptively and just be able to go, armor is very likely in Charlotte, and it never is.
Yep, I hear you there, but I mean, a great attempt. I mean, both of you are going to make it to the bracket stages, but again, congratulations to Angel. Potentially could be your number 1 seed going into the brackets yet again this year. So we'll see how the rest of these races pan out before we do the seed unveiling at that point. But is there anybody you're hoping that you get stacked up against early on, potentially, Angel?
I don't know right now. Like a lot of the ones that I kind of scared of didn't make it to the playoffs this year. So like, I don't think there's anyone I'm like really. Maybe Brian Williams, because Brian's been playing really well through the tournament. Since he hasn't been really playing for like 4 years. But he's played really well through the tournament so far.
Yeah, and it's almost like he never left the scene. I mean, he's a chance to potentially be your number 1 seed as well. He's trying to go a perfect. I believe in his group it'd be 6 for 6 because there are 7 people in that group. But yeah, and RG just made a great point there. We kind of don't realize it because it kind of gets put away, set aside. But RG made a good point, and that's also an unfortunate piece of bad news there, Beta, is that your first trip to the second continent, you took a golem death in the hills just west of the Stones Cave, and you didn't have enough HP to cross, and you were out of MP at that point. That was just another bad luck situation. I mean, you get through that without that encounter, you probably would have won it, Beta. Just hard luck there.
Well, the way I look at these things is, like, am I making good decisions in the seed or not? Like, we all get unlucky. Even Angel gets unlucky sometimes. Like, we all deal with this. Like, you might get sniped by something in a spot that leaves you like a screen short of seeing a town where you're like with early gold or something like that, which breaks the seed open. Like, we all deal with this. So I don't really mind or care about like these random bad luck things where it's just like, oh, just go the right way. The armor was like a screen right of Charlock. Easy. Well, it's like, yeah, I mean, if I saw the armor like the first time I went past Charlock, like, it changes the entire seed for me. Like, as soon as I get the sword, like, I'm just killing red dragons all day long. I don't have to cast stop spell on them anymore. So that grind speeds up. Well, that's the other thing. I killed a red dragon at level 11. I don't know what level you got it, Angel, but I killed it at level 11. I deliberately went over there with like 45 attack power or not 45, 60 attack power with a copper sword, and like I had 4 fairy waters.
Yeah, and he actually won the fight. So yeah, you got your first red dragon kill much earlier than Angel did, but his first red dragon kill, he was much more quick because he had that broadsword.
Well, it's also too, I went through, the only things I found were Rimmildar, Hawksness, and Garanham at that point, and so only weapons I had ever seen were a bamboo pole and a club. So
yeah, by the time I got Garanham, like that was when I just got everything. Like I sat near Rimmildar for quite a while because I would always run out of MP like within a screen or two because there's just like Magic Wyverns and Axe Knights and Armored Knights everywhere. As far as bracket matchups are concerned, like I'm in the number 2 band, which means I could be paired up against Cardinality. I could be paired up against DK. I could be going against Atom Raptors. There's lots of fun potential matchups, and I would really love to play Cardinality. Like, I've never faced them in a tournament, and I would like to go off against them.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. I mean, yeah, there is a potential that you could have an early encounter with Ness Cardinality there, Angel. The way this is shaping up, because he's got already one loss against him, which was against Juef. So, I mean, he could finish his brackets with just that one loss. So, yeah, you may have an early matchup, like a round of 16, round of 8 matchup against Ness Cardinality. That potentially could happen. So, we'll just see how it plays out.
What? No, that's never happened before. No, never.
Yeah, you two have had a history of some great matches. He's gotten the better of you. You've gotten the better of him. We may have another memorable match between you two coming up down the road. We'll just have to see how it plays out. Maybe you'll meet in the finals. That would be something. Of course,
I prefer
Beta
Angel
here.
lose before the finals. I don't want to face him again. Getting tired of him.
Right, I hear you. I mean, we've talked about it many times. You probably get tired of hearing us talking about your accolades there, Angel. But you are a 5-time champion for a reason. But I'll tell you what, though, Beta might want to have something to say about that when he gets to the bracket stages. Because, yeah, when you get to the brackets, everybody's stats starts back to 0. So anything could happen, and who knows? Maybe you two meet up in a round, and Beta gets the better of you, Angel. I mean, you never know. That's why we play the games. When we get to the brackets, there's no more free matches. You got to earn it. You got to be lucky. Well, I got no further questions. Again, GG's to the both of you. Fantastically played. We knew this was going to be a close, and you two certainly did not disappoint tonight. Hoodie, do you have any questions?
No, I think I got it out. I was just going to ask Beta about the, how he felt about that Fairy Water Red Dragon kill, but he talked about that, so I was excited to see it.
Yeah, it was a fun finish. Absolutely. I totally agree with that 100%. So, GG's to the both of you. Again, congratulations, Angel, for completing a perfect group record, 5-0. We will see you in the bracket stages. And of course, GG's to you, Beta, 4-1 in your group. We will also see you in the bracket stages. It should be a lot of fun. So we wish you both the best of luck. All right, I think with that, please make sure you give both of our runners a follow, Angel FM and Beta. Tremendous performance tonight. A great played race. I mean, there's a reason why these two were 4-0 going into their matchup tonight. They played fantastically. But for now, that is going to wrap up our coverage here on DWR Randomizer. But I invite you to join us tomorrow night. We got a late night race here at 11:59 Eastern, so practically midnight. We have got Sawney Wrath 11 taking on Zarnix 42 right here on DWR Randomizer. You don't want to miss it. So thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Do you have any final words, Hoodie, before we say goodnight here on DWR Randomizer?
Yeah, there is an ongoing race that Darren, I think, is doing a Red Slime restream. So I think hopefully sometime soon they will be raiding over to that. So if you stick around, we might have some more Dragon Warrior action for you.
Yep, you're right about that. That's going to be starting in 10 minutes, so I believe we will take you there, or at least we will suggest that you go to that channel so that you can root on Arn Polly and Stags 28. Again, Arn Polly is also looking for a top seed going into the brackets. He's looking to keep the sheet clean in his group play as well. So that's going to do it here on DWR Randomizer. Again, we want to thank everybody for joining us. We want to thank our restreamer, Camion Reno Kai, for bringing the exciting action. We want to thank RG365 for doing the tracking tonight. And of course, my commentator partner, Hoodie Two Shoes. It's a pleasure doing commentary with you once again tonight. All right, so for all of us here on DWR Randomizer, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you again real soon for more exciting coverage, more exciting action of the Summer Dragon Warrior 2025 Randomizer Tournament. Good night, everyone.